to Fire Files. Once again, we're here. It is me.
I'm here.
Mom.
Liza. Mom. Miss G. Mama G.
Mama gets.
Whatever you wanna. Hello, are you there?
You guys are private.
And Amber's with us as well.
Physically, I don't know if she's with us mentally.
It's okay. I feel like it's been one of those weeks where it's just, or a couple days, I would say. It's not even a week. It's Wednesday night.
Yeah.
But it's been an interesting couple days.
I'm tired.
Yeah, I'm tired too. But
it was hot, so I'm sweaty and I stink, and I don't want to sit too close to Amber.
It was how warm?
I feel that
85 today in May.
I mean, it's not. It wasn't bad. It just was. I don't know. I don't know if I just wasn't ready for it.
I think it was more humid than anything. It was definitely more humid than anything because it was
sticky.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We walked out the house this morning, or out the front door, and I was like, oh. It's like maybe one of those days today. But tonight we're going to do something a little bit different. We have a topic, but we're going to recap a wedding that we did on April 5th. And we're just going to kind of go over the day and the process and, I don't know, kind of lay things out. Probably still to this day, one of the worst windy days that we've had. So this was...
It was windy as shit.
It was bad. Are we okay to, like, say names and, like, explain where we're at and everything?
I don't see why it would be bad.
The day turned out beautifully, so why not?
Yeah, that's very true. Well, I'm trying to go fly. I'll probably take this out, but maybe not. I'm trying not to hit the flower. I want to catch him, like, midair.
So, we got a fly. Did you hear that?
Got him.
No, I didn't.
Oh, got the flower.
We got the zapper fly.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure I just shocked the Gerber. Sorry. I'm going to put that down now. And I'm going to turn it off. Oh, Lord.
The random things I find in the Amazon cart, I'm like, I guess they really wanted this. They put it in the cart.
Yeah, Nicole was like, I don't think I really need this. It was a joke. And I was like, put it in the cart.
Yeah, you put it in the cart.
Yeah. So
next
back
to the landscape staples. I know we need them.
Yeah. So back to Annie's wedding. This season is still different than what we have today. Like a month ago, we were full with tulips, and we had a little bit of cress. Tulips.
We really depended on things in the hoop house at that time of year.
The ranunculus, I think, had just started. I think, there was a couple ranunculus. We've had a couple little things here and there. It was nice. It was a good start to the wedding season. So when we show up and set up a wedding, we always go and deliver the personals first. And the girls fell in love with the bouquets. I was so happy. Well, it was Annie's bouquet and then the boutonniere. So that was awesome. She was so excited, and like the little squeals just make my heart happy. And then jumping up and down.
Well, I think the fact that when we go to Cana Island, the way that that's set up, as you walk up, there's a great big glass window.
Yeah.
So as you walk up, they can see you coming. Mm-hmm. And then not many people know that you can actually hear a lot of the things.
Yeah.
Because the voices are loud.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, music is loud, voices are loud, screams and squeals are loud. So it was good. It was a nice start to the season, but the weather, it was like warm-ish, but then the sun went away and it was cold.
And it had been raining for days.
Yeah, like it was cold. It was the first time I had ever seen an actual like grass platform out in front of the ceremony, and the arch was struggling because it was so windy, and that arch is like 8 foot tall plus the amount of that wide. They have a massive pergola. It's not even an arch. Like, it's just a pergola.
Yeah, that thing is hefty.
Yeah, like, you hang stuff up and you don't worry that it's going to blow over. And we've had many times where people are like, oh yeah, we built an arch. We look at it and we're like, what?
Really? Oh my God.
Like, how
are we going to attach this?
Yeah, how are we going to do this? But I spent all day literally setting up the arch. And I think that was more of like a logistical thing on our end because she wanted the full top done, but she didn't want a lot of greens. She really liked a lot of the flowers, like the looking at the photos now, and there's a lot of like Gerbers and Godisha and status and stock and all the things. But we were like bundled up in hoods. Renee was handing things to me, and I was just putting stuff in. So it was interesting. Moss is not easy to put just stick flowers in, by the way.
So the infrastructure mechanics behind that, we had used chicken wire for the entire length, and then we had put Oasis.
We just call them the sausages, but it's
and to give it extra hydration because we knew it was going to be windy and possibly chilly. We stuffed it with Spanish moss, trying to make sure that we used as little of the Oasis as possible. Well, in so doing that, it really made it thick and difficult to get all of the stems inside.
And honestly, I guess in my brain, I thought that the Oasis would be facing out, not in. But then if it was facing out, I would have had to have covered up more because the moss was already like a natural cover anyway, so you really couldn't see into it. I mean, if you were like right up on it, you could. But we're trying to use less Oasis. We're trying to use less plastic boxes because it's wasteful. They get broken. You throw them out. And we've already reused the chicken wire. The Oasis is next to nothing compared to what the blocks are, and it actually holds flowers in, like it doesn't move. So the one thing that I ran into was with the Spanish moss, and maybe it would have been different if we had like actual moss, like the.
Yeah, but I think that would be messy and drippier. Like think about that. Like,
I mean, I did it the morning of, and it wasn't too bad, but I used
and there's always soil.
I used sphagnum moss, not Spanish.
Oh.
But isn't that the
No, we use Spanish moss.
Spanish
Spanish
moss? The moss that
grows on the trees that I ran around in Florida.
Yeah.
Spanish.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that would be that.
Okay.
Spanish moss.
Okay. Because
sphagnum moss is from bogs and peats and stuff like that.
Okay. Okay. I should know this, but clearly I don't. But yeah, it was.
There's green moss that grows under the trees on the north side, facing.
Yeah, of all the things.
Yeah.
But I had to take scissors and stab a hole into the moss because it was packed in there. It wasn't just like loosely put in or whatever. It was packed, so I had to put a hole through with the Gerber or with the scissors, and then put the flowers in because it was like you try to put something in and the stem would break.
Yeah.
So and spring flowers are super hollow and very delicate, and it's really hard to kind of mess with them.
They forgive, but they do not forget.
Yeah, exactly. Like how we can come a little bit shorter, but yeah, it was.
You spent all day outside where I was.
And the welcome sign that is pinned on our Instagram at the moment.
That was the inspiration actually for this podcast today. We wanted to talk about like the logistics of putting something like that together because it wasn't just rented. We built that. Yeah,
actually. Wipe it off my shoulder at the moment. My fiance built it, and I painted it and did the vinyl, and like we took our time with it. We picked out the font, and I showed it to her in the van, and she was like, "Oh my god, I love it!" Like squealing. She was like, "It's perfect!" I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." So, because I looked at her, I was like, "Do you want to come see it?" She was like, "Yes." And we went out to the van when it was still all like strapped in. She was like, "It's perfect! I've got to call my mom." But it was good. It made me laugh.
Well, it was cool because it wasn't white. It had a nice color. I mean, it's pink.
Yeah.
It's pink.
Yeah. It's peach pink, which actually the pink color, I couldn't figure out which one to choose. So I FaceTimed Amber, I think that Monday morning.
At like 7:30 in the morning. Hey, are you awake?
And JBK.
Great, I need help picking paint.
And for some reason, you were up. I was like.
Because Amber is not a morning person.
No, so it was funny. I was like, "Do you have like 5 minutes? Can I FaceTime you?"
Yeah, man, let me pick some paint.
Yeah, it was funny.
I got this.
It's a little bit warmer. It's like a peachier pink. I mean, you guys can see it on Instagram, but it was a lot of flowers. It was good. I had a good time.
I think one of the things that was really unique about this wedding too is the attention to detail and thought that she had put into everything. So it wasn't just like, hey, here's a cool arch and here's a cool setup. It's, here's the arch for the ceremony, You walk into the ceremony space, and there were coloring books and crayons for all of the kids.
Yeah, they had a lot of kids at that wedding.
Oh, yeah.
They had at least like 20.
I think it was more than that.
You think so?
Tables of them because they had made their own our wedding ceremony and like the first
their own coloring books.
Yeah, all about things that were going to be happening. And cocktail hour, she brought in a petting zoo.
Yeah, for kids. They were like, "Oh yeah, it's out next to the petting zoo," and I'm outside the whole time, and I don't see any animals anywhere at all. And this poor man with the tall heaters and the fireworks, man. Well, it had just rained, so the field behind Cana Island Resort is soaked. So his box trailer that he had the fireworks guy, he got stuck in the dip, literally right behind the arch, like dab smack in the middle of the arch. And the workers there were like, "Oh my god, I told you that was gonna happen. Oh my god, no way!" And I'm the one that called you, Mom, and was like, "Hey, we have an issue. Can you ask somebody?" So we figured that out. And
I will say it was entertaining watching the one guy try to connect and not get stuck himself, and the strap slipped. Like it was
a lot.
Like, oh my god, please just get out of there for her.
Yeah.
I was like, we've got 35 minutes. Please, oh please, please.
Yes, somebody do something. And then the introducing the frog that I'm sure you guys have heard a couple times, but she or he is now back. And what's the word I'm looking for?
Our tree frog.
Claiming his territory. And I swear it only happens when we podcast. And I can't take him out.
They wait all day.
Yeah.
They live on the other side, like in the dam.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay.
And the heating guy, the wind was so bad, the tops of them kept blowing off. So the flame was just like loosely blowing. So there wasn't anything holding it down. Absolutely pointless. It was
because the ground was so wet. They had tried to stake it into the ground, but the wind was so strong.
Yeah.
They would pull the stake out of the ground, and the whole thing kept tipping over.
Yeah. And he was like, "No, I'm done." And then like our cocktail table vases that we had, I'm looking at a picture of them right now. They were short.
Thank God.
And stout and sturdy. Like it would take like a lot of wind to move them over. And there were two that fell over on the table. And then when we were
the whole table went.
Yeah, and then a whole table fell over. And I was like, "Ooh," it's like
I was like, we're done.
Up against the patio. Not even out alone. It was up against the patio.
Yeah.
I was like, holy crap.
I bet they got great veil pictures though.
I can't remember if she had a long veil.
I think it was really cool too because her family was so excited.
Oh my gosh, so excited. Her dad was so appreciative. Oh, and then on top of it, get out to the ceremony, all the things. She didn't have any bridesmaids or groomsmen. The one girl who was designated with the job to fluff her dress, because the green off of the bricks was so high, she tripped, fell backwards, and broke her finger in the ceremony.
She was trying to fix her veil and her dress.
Mm-hmm. And she slipped.
Her thumb got stuck in her dress. She stood up and was like, "Okay."
Mm-hmm. No, I'm not, but I'm okay.
Yeah, it was. This is her best friend.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Broke finger.
Oh. That's dedication.
Yeah. I guess. I mean, good for her because it's a lot.
Oh, the candle setup was beautiful.
Yeah,
the
it was.
Vases were amazing.
The one time I walked in and looked at tables and be like, how are people going to move? Because without anybody sitting in them, you had like a one-person pass in between those chairs, and their venue is massive.
She even had draping added inside, and you weren't on the cleanup side, so I went back later that night. Let me tell you what, hours and hours and hours and hours of setup. I mean, hours.
We were there. We got there at 12.
But the rentals were there. The draping was there before us. The lighting was there before us. I mean, all that infrastructure was finished well before us. We go back to clean up, 10 to 11, move done. 1 hour. It was like a hive of bees. Everybody was...
Glad had a wedding the next day.
Oh, but I just...
Hey guys, Lizzie here. I bet you didn't know this about me, but I am gluten-free, and one of the things that I struggle with is going to the grocery store and finding the foods that fit my dietary needs. What I have been doing for the past couple of months is ordering from Hungry Root. Now, Hungry Root is an online company where you can order groceries off of their website. It's full of produce, crackers, cookies, to muffins, to meats, and all the different types of snacks and things like that. They have made my life so much easier in the process of finding foods that fit my dietary needs. There are filters that you can adjust, such as non-GMO, dairy-free, gluten-free, paleo, different preferences and things like that. So what they have done for us, because they're such a generous company, the Hungry Root team has given us a 40% off discount code on your first box. So if you use the code FLOWER40, and that's capital FLOWER 40 at checkout, you will get 40% off your first box. I'm so excited to team up with these guys. They've made such an impact on my life in the morning and to my day-to-day life, and I hope you experience the exact same thing that I do. All of the information will be linked down below, including the link to where it should already be pre-applied to your cart when you hit the link and go to their website, and I will also add the code at the bottom for easy access in our show notes. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and enjoy your first box through Hungry Root.
To watch it all happen is so wild.
It's insane. It's
Yeah.
like boom.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
They're done.
Yeah,
It was
in and
crazy.
out super fast. And you and Renee were inside setting up.
Well, I sent her out to you because I saw how windy it was, and you were up, down, up, down, up, down the ladder, and the ladder would blow over. I just was like, stay on the ladder, keep it in place. I will take full responsibility for everything inside, and just set it all up. And it's funny. I don't think people realize how many times we count and check and double check and make sure everything's correct, because the escort table, they were like, hey, we need a couple extra vases to put on the escort table. It's like, that's why we go through all of the steps. And do you need anything extra? I mean, the one mom was like, I'm just gonna take it from this table and this table, and I was like, that's your choice. Like, I never went anybody.
Flowers too has been a big thing this year for some reason. Every single wedding that I've been to have, or at least that I know of that have made comments, have came up to us and someone has asked where the flat lay flowers.
Yeah,
like
sure. That's why we make it a standard practice.
Because if not, I've seen photographers go into arrangements,
and no, I've seen them go into bouquets.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Like, they just snip a couple flowers here. They're like, oh, I'm just gonna grab it. I'm like, no, stop. Here's your flowers. Back up.
Yeah, labeled in a vase just for you.
Yeah.
So
and if people decide to purchase extra, then they get a much fuller and more of an assortment. But
and your photographer can clip them up and chop them up to pieces and petals and whatever. Do what you gotta do, but like figure that out, because it's a big deal.
It's a detail. It's an attention to detail, and that's what's important.
Yeah,
super important. And that's what she had done. Her attention to detail was unlike anything I've ever seen. She thought about everything.
It was pretty freaking cool.
I would never want to live in her brain.
No. I bet you it goes 24/7.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
that is for sure.
Yeah, she had a very interesting guest type, I would say. Definitely not people from the Eastern Shore, but I looked at like what they were wearing. I was like, oh, that's cool. How did they do that? Like, I don't know.
She got the party. Wasn't she the one with the flamethrower?
It's not the flamethrower, but like the fog machine thing with lights and
I don't know. It looked like a flamethrower.
It was something on Instagram, and I was like, is that Annie? Oh, that was. So it was, I don't know, it was just hilarious. They clearly had a really good time.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Just was beautiful.
That's what weddings are about. Just have a good time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hang out.
Have fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it was amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Have we done a full post of her on Instagram yet?
Not a full post because we haven't gotten photos back.
Okay.
Annie, with her first look, was kind of like done pictures inside.
Well, rain, cold, wind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it it was very short, but she said that we would get photos back. And the way that she commented on Instagram, I know that we'll get stuff back. But it's probably going to be like the full gallery. I'm just glad I took pictures of the welcome sign before, because we've had people ask us since then, I want a welcome sign like that. Like, okay.
We can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
We got you covered.
Very cool.
Yeah. So it was enjoyable. I would definitely do it again, just maybe on a warmer day, because my legs were sore from being cold and trying to like stand up on a ladder and not fall over against the wind in the cold.
Yeah.
It's like my fingers are numb. It's not a good thing to do.
And I was up tying the eucalyptus because the eucalyptus was tied around the cocktail tables. And I was trying to like tie it around there. And I was like, I can't feel my fingers. I was like, oh my gosh, this is cold.
Yeah, it was interesting.
I love working at Cana Island Resort, but I can't imagine doing it in that wind.
I think it was to that day probably the windiest it's ever been there ever. And it's an open space, but it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Like, once I'm like up on that arch and I'm not the one moving it, and that pergola starts to like shift, and I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
And fun fact, I've learned this a couple times while being at Cana Island Resort. When you look at the arch and the pieces on the top that are facing out that have those special edges, they come off. I've leaned on them one too many times and I'm like, oh, there goes the top. I just put it back on. So I don't know if anyone needs some glue. It's just never kind of come up in conversation before. So, but I did the one time I was like, oh, I broke it, and then I put it back on because it's the pieces up in the front.
Yeah,
and you just pop it back on. And I was like, okay, I'm not gonna do that anymore.
Like, I'm not gonna stress.
We're back to the fly. We're fly hunting. Got him.
Booyah, baby!
There's a spark.
Yeah.
Jimmy Cricket.
Oh, he's right there.
Oh yeah.
Sorry if there's any fly lovers, but
he gone.
He's dive bombing me, and I can't do it. It's me trying to get the flow.
So does it just zap them? Or does it stun them?
No, he's dead.
Yeah.
He gone.
Yeah, he's just taking a minute to like come to
So the wasps that fly in here, we can get those?
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
You can take out anything with that thing.
Interesting.
Usually I just politely open the door and turn off the lights and be like, got that. Go to the light.
Oh my god, the worst is in the summer when the European hornets, and we're in here at night trying to load, and they start buzzing in. I'm like, oh, I'm out.
Like, turn off the lights, crawling on the floor. Like, no, this is how I die.
Well, they don't do wasps.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but there's always like one time a year where the flies just like invade our house. There was, I think it was 2 springs ago. They were all around the back door, not like the one that we used to go in and out. But I was taking the dogs out and I happened to look over and there was just like hundreds of flies just hanging out. I took our zapper out and I just like waved it around. It was like zap, 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 zap. I was like, die!
Oh my god, that's funny. We need one of those out by the
walls. That's like,
dude, I don't know, because it was that same spot where last year we had I think they're like little paper wasps. But that was like a one and done deal. We found like maybe 5 or 6 of them, and we eradicated them. They're gone.
interesting.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that spot, but
What's in our walls?
Something that smells good. Okay, you guys. Well, thank you for the laughter and the stories and the flies and the new zapper. Glad you could come along for the ride. I hope this was a good run to the grocery store, a good run to the mall, hopefully not a doctor's appointment, you know, wherever you are, whatever we're doing, just however it works. Yeah.
I'm sure there's people out there who do that.
Yeah.
I have a natural dirt manicure at this point.
Yeah. Well, you can find us.
You can find us on Spotify, Audible, Google Podcasts. There's another one.
Audible,
Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts.
Yes.
My brain is functioning today. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, Patreon, and the World Wide Web under either The Flower Files or Wildly Native Flower Farm. Please reach out to us, comment, like, subscribe, interact with us wherever it is that you find us. And we hope that you have a great week.
Yeah. Thanks for chilling. Thank you guys. Have a good day.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye. Hey guys, just dropping a line to tell you about Patreon.
So I asked them, meaning Mom and Amber, what is Patreon anyway? Because I honestly had no idea. So we're going to explain it to you from our perspective so that you understand and so that I understand.
Because the first time I saw it, I was like, Patron, we're drinking tequila? Great. So Patreon is for less than a cup of coffee, those fancy coffees that y'all like, a day, you can sign up to become one of our members.
A little family.
Exactly. And what does that get us?
It gets us some freebies, some special episodes that other people do not get access to. You can interact with us on a special platform where we can ask you questions and interact with you. It's tons of fun.
Mm-hmm. And even on those special episodes, we might be less censored than we are already. And we're going to have a couple fun ones that we can just kind of throw in there and talk about and laugh and go on tangents and have fun. So I hope that you all enjoy it because we're going to have fun along the way. We're crazy excited.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Back to the episode now.
Yeah.
Bye.
Gracias.